So this morning I went for a walk, and instead of listening to music for an hour and a half or two, I listened to a podcast. So I used to listen to podcasts so much more. I felt like they were so educational, but then it came to a point where I was like consuming so much content that I decided I'm just going cold turkey and listening to music. But then I realized, okay, time to listen to podcasts. But I'm very specific now with who I listen to. My favorite, of course, Andrew Huberman. He is literally incredible. He's one of the best podcasts out there because there's genuine proof for what he speaks about. It's backed by science and so much knowledge and wisdom and so much work that goes into his work that just is so eye-opening, and I'm so like intrigued by his work. So this morning the podcast that I listened to was how to find I'm going to tell you exactly how to achieve inner peace and healing with Dr. Richard Schwartz. This was the best podcast in the world, okay? Everything that they were speaking about was so healing, and not only was it like a podcast, it was also like a meditation within it. So he was speaking and they were talking about like different relationships that you have within your life, and sometimes there are relationships in your life that you just are so makes you so on edge, and like it will make your heart race just thinking about it, personally for me. But what he was speaking about is that Dr. Richard Schwartz was asking Dr. Andrew Huberman, where do you feel those emotions? Like, where is it in your body that you feel these emotions? And he was sharing like it was a lot in his head, in his lower like area, his stomach, that whole area. He was just sharing so much, and it made me really come back into my body and realize different relationships that are taking a toll on my life. Where is it? Where do I feel it in my body? It was really in my head and in my stomach. Also, just so much like thoughts, and so many thoughts that don't even necessarily I need to give it so much weight. And I realized that I can take a step away from it. And what came to me was so much unnecessary tension that these past relationships were causing in my life. And I realized the way that I was walking was with like a heaviness and a strenuous it was like this kind of an anger in my shoulders that were very raised. And as soon as they started speaking about where you feel the tension and where is it, I noticed that I give myself permission to be graceful again. And it was such an awareness. Like, I took psychedelics, but this was from a meditation. And I've never actually taken any psychedelics because I noticed that I can really get it through meditation and yoga. And I feel like that feeling without it, even though I don't know what the feeling is, I'm just it's something that I think. So I got to terms with this, that I give myself permission to feel graceful again. I give myself permission to walk gracefully. It was so healing. And sometimes right now in your life, if you have different negative emotions towards people and different things that happened in your past or different things in your life, and you feel that it's really taking a toll on your physical body or your mental process every day, you're waking up, you're thinking about it so much. So what are you going to have to do? You're going to have to think, where is it? Where do I feel it? And go through it, process it, and really try to understand yourself. And maybe you can take a step away from it. Maybe it might not be the same feeling as me. Maybe it's something else. Whatever it is that's going to come up for you right now, you can even right now like have a little meditation and think about like, oh, what's coming up for me when I think about that relationship or the past or things that I had to let go of or let go of me, you know? What is coming up for me? And give yourself permission to feel everything, you know? We sometimes will limit ourselves to feel it. The trauma, we will look at it, and a person can't heal from trauma if you don't actually look at it and observe it and try to understand how it happened. Because if you brush it away and put it under the carpet, you will never be able to understand yourself, and it will actually turn into trauma. But if you take that trauma and try to process it and understand it better, you will come out 10x better. You will come out alive from it. And what this podcast really made me come out alive, because when I started it, I was having really like such heaviness in myself, and I don't need to carry that, you know. You have permission to feel graceful. You have permission to feel light, to feel at ease, because nobody has the right to take that from you. And just know that even when times you feel that they're taking so much energy from you, really come back to yourself and give yourself permission to love yourself again, no matter what is you're going through at this moment. You know, you have permission to love yourself again and enjoy things in your life, actually enjoy them, and not worrying, you know, the constant chatter, the constant worry. That's just a trauma response. That's a fight or flight. And we have to really come back to homeostasis and regulate our nervous system so we can enjoy life again. And, you know, it's not always easy. I'm not saying this process is easy every single day. It's a work. I would like to say it's like a work of art, you know, because if I will look at it as just work every single day and I have to wake up and process things and work through things, life isn't enjoyable and poetic. But life is supposed to be a work of art, and you have to enjoy your life at least as much as you can every single day. And just know that no matter what you are going through, you have the power to take back your life and take the reins of your own life. Right now, you have the power to. I really think that when I start again listening to Andrew Huberman podcasts, my life improves 10x, okay? Literally every single time I start listening to him, my life starts making sense again. And I think I was a scientist in my past life. But really, if there's somebody that you love listening to that you have, like, it doesn't have to be a science podcast. It could be whatever you love and gravitate towards. Listen to that, because not only is it's like so healing because you start enjoying life and you listen to what you love. It also is so educational, and my attention span went from this morning to like this, okay? It was so small this morning. I started my walk and I was like skipping a million songs, and my attention span was so shot. My dopamine receptors were shot, everything about it. You know, it was just like one of those mornings. And then I was like, hey, I don't want to feel like this for the next 2 hours, because I went for a super long walk. It was like a 5 mile, and I just started tracking it on Strava, and that's been really cool also. So yeah, I decided that I really don't want to feel like that for the next 2 hours, and just like sometimes too much music is like too much thinking and too much processing of my same, like too much interoception, and I wanted to do something more of like exteroception and expand my consciousness. So I chose to delve into that, and my attention span is huge right now. Like, I was getting good dopamine from, it was like expensive dopamine from a big long podcast, and then you're able to do hard things afterwards, or you're able to just sit with yourself in silence. And even if that's for like 30 seconds or something, you're just able to sit with yourself again. So give yourself permission to feel everything you're feeling, and just know that no matter what you're going through, time will heal and it's going to pass, and you're going to push forward and push through. Just keep loving yourself no matter what. Give yourself grace. Allow yourself to be graceful and playful. Enjoy your life and just like know that you are needed and mattered here. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. Like this video, subscribe down below, and we'll see you back for the next episode video. Bye.